Okay, let me make sure I'm recording, and okay, we're good. So, this is going to be a video on AMD, because, I've got a few people that are interested in it, but AMD, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to be interested in it for now, because if you look at the semiconductor index, and an index is just the average of a number of, influential companies, if you will. So it kind of looks like it's reaching a top here. So I kind of foresee this to head back down unless it breaks through this price barrier. And if you were to look at another index, for example, the NDXT, which is the technology sector index, at least for as far as NASDAQ is concerned, you got this development of a little doji right here. So if this turns into a little shooting star or something like that, then we could be in a downtrend back to the overall trend. So I would say something like that. It runs the risk of coming back down to like 1311 or the 3100 roughly. So right as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna wait a little bit to see the development of the overall market movement. And now let's look at AMD. So AMD, like I said, because of the overall sector downtrend and the overall S&P 500 and everything being down today, what I would do is wait a little bit. If you already purchased here, then your profit margins are going to be, what is that, 14.27? So it's probably going to be around 8%. Yeah, so like 8 or 9%. Whereas it still runs the risk of coming back down here. You could hold your position for a little while longer, but I would wait until it reaches that 1204, 1204 or 1250, because that psychological level is pretty significant. Right now I've got my support at 1237, but I would wait till the 1250 psychological. Okay, so buying is going to be somewhere around here, and I'm actually going to set a little reminder, and I would put it probably right there. So we'll see if it retraces back to this arrow. I'm just putting it there just for shits and giggles right now. But, this is going to be your buying option. Obviously, I don't see it retracing back any down much farther, just because of the way AMD works. It'd be freaking fantastic if it just did end up dropping here for whatever reason. Because Ryzen, as far as I'm concerned, has no malfunctions. And it's running pretty good. As far as the motherboard manufacturer tests are reporting. So I only foresee this going back up because on a multi-core basis, AMD is beating out Intel. Now on the single core, the single core performance, it's got a reduction of 26%. But when you have 16 threads versus the 8 threads of Intel, and that price difference, that it's just not going to matter. So, I don't foresee it breaking down below this, but, I would set my profit margins around 14%, And AMD is one of those that I probably wouldn't even scale out on the way up because of the probability of it just keeping on climbing. So this could be pretty interesting. So, yeah, that's AMD, so good luck, guys.